I miss Burnout, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys do too. Well, today, friends, there's a new one. Kind of. This is a spiritual successor. Now, as you know, or should know, the developers of Burnout, Criterion Games, they've kind of been pushed and shoved everywhere and split up, and they're all over the place. But the leads of the studio left a long time ago. They left and created their own studio. Now, you may remember the game Dangerous Golf. What? Dangerous Golf? Yes, they made Dangerous Golf. Now, this is a studio using all of their life savings to build games we want. They're basically building games for us. They're using each game to step it up a next level. They made a VR game, and now they're making a Crash game. What? A Crash game? I thought you meant Burnout. Yes. If you remember, if you're a proper dedicated fan of Burnout, or you're not too young, you will remember Crash Mode in Burnout. Crash Mode was one of the selling points for every single Burnout for me, one of the best features of the game, and they're delivering that again. Updated for the future. I'm excited. The game is literally Crash Mode. It's Crash Mode. Like, you buy it, and you crash. The next stage, crash. Next stage, crash. It's a game dedicated that is made, designed specifically for the crash mode. Many of you will know Burnout 2 is my favorite. Burnout 3 will be a lot of other people's favorites. Crash mode was one of the biggest and best points of the series, and now they're making a game dedicated to it. If you want to know the developer, it's 3 Fields Entertainment. Now, this game, in case you want to know, is called Danger Zone. Danger Zone is essentially going to be a game which has 20 stages, I believe they said, in where you will drive the car, crash the car, cause as much damage as you can, and get points. It sounds simple, but I know for a fact millions of you are bloody excited. Millions watching your videos, Theo. What? Back in the day, PS2, taking in turns, pass the controller with my brother and sister. We would just crash cars over and over and try and beat each other. My friends come over, mate, try and beat our times. No chance. Smash, crash, boom. Do you remember what I'm talking about? Smash Breaker. That's right. Smash Breaker. Smash Breaker is back. So once you actually collect a certain kind of amount of cars or something, I don't know, they haven't specified exactly how you get a Smash Breaker, but essentially you crash so many cars and then you activate it and your car blows up and you have control of it a little bit more. In Burnout Paradise, it was awful. It was useless. And they say the main point behind this, the main point is that every course is designed for crashing. In Burnout games, they would take a piece of the track and then you'd send the car down the road and crash into cars, and they actually had to put a time limit on there because they couldn't handle, the PS2 couldn't handle all of the cars being destroyed and more cars spawning. It just couldn't handle it, so they had to put a timer to reduce the amount of lag on the screen. So on this game, they've just gone full out dedicated and make specific areas for crashing, specified like development for the crash only. This means this game is gonna be perfect for crashing. Have you wanted to crash cars before? Well, welcome to the Crash Simulator 2017. Now, this bit here is a little bit for the developers. Now, I know you may know me. I'm that one that shouted at you for making Need for Speed. I apologize, but down in my heart, I always loved Burnout. I just wanted Burnout to be Burnout, Need for Speed to be Need for Speed. And with this outcome, we're getting just that. We're getting the Burnouts back. It's not going to be specifically Burnout, just so you know. Danger Zone, that's the actual name. But we are getting the rebirth of the Burnout developer next to Need for Speed. We don't have to have them together because that's not very nice. That's nice. That's not. Thank you to the developers for actually taking the time to make this. There's going to be a dedicated audience, I swear to you. I've made many videos talking about the new Burnout is coming, and I made videos talking about Dangerous Golf, and people loved them. People loved the idea of there being a new Burnout game coming. Burnout is close to many of our hearts. The game's actually going to be out in May, so next month, which is pretty close, and it's going to be £9.99. That's cheap. I know. I recommend you get it. Now, this is only releasing on PS4 and PC at launch. So they are planning, from what I have read, to do an Xbox release, just not release it at the same time or in the same month, because they say they're going to aim for the most popular platform, which is the PS4. The PS4 has sold more than the Xbox One, and then consider doing the Xbox One depending on the money that they get, obviously, because they are using their life savings to develop these games, and if they don't get any money back, well, they can't really make another game, obviously. If you want to support them now, which I recommend you do, check out Dangerous Golf, and their VR game is known as Lethal VR. I actually haven't tried that, so I'm gonna download that because I want to support these guys. Like, they're doing really, really well here. I'm very, very happy with what they're doing. They're bringing back classics and building up to make something amazing. They say they don't have the funds to make a racing game right now, but they would love to make a racing game. So I think we should help them. And how do you help them? Buy their next game. Buy the game that you actually want to try, which probably be their next game. Please. Now, one thing I mentioned that I'd love to see in a Crash game is multiplayer. So multiplayer is not in the game. They said they'd love to do it in a sequel, which they will do if this game gets fun. So the idea behind their development structure at the moment is to make these kind of smaller games. As you can tell, it's £10, which is nothing. Make these smaller games and then build up and up and up until they get to the point in where they can make something fully fledged, which will hopefully one point be a racing game. But for now, there's no multiplayer, but it is doable. They know they can do it. Just right now, they want to focus on the core gameplay and getting it out to people, so then people can see if people actually want this. If they do, they'll carry on making them. But what there are is online leaderboards, so you can compare with your friends, I assume, and also people that aren't your friends necessarily at the same time, which fantastic. Leaderboards definitely get me riled up. For those that don't know, Autolog has caused many arguments between me and my friends, and Criterion, these guys actually came up with that. So if you want to support them, please do. That would be great. Thanks. It would mean so much to me, and it would mean so much to the developers. You know for a fact that there's going to be a load of this on the BlackPanthaa channel, so be sure, my friends, to leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't done so already to stay up to date on this news, because I'm pretty sure most of you heard it here first, which is kind of sad. There should be more people talking about this. YouTubers, do it. And I will see you guys in the next video. By Danger Zone next month. PS4, PC, Xbox One soon. Peace.